There's no manual for dealing with abrupt change, even more so when it involves death. Our next guest was widowed at a very young age. Life coach Lerato Mtolo has now started a movement which aims to create a platform for young women to share their stories. She joins me now in studio. Lerato, thank you very much for your time this Saturday morning. And I mean, if things happen to you at a young age, it's very, very difficult to try and prepare for it. I mean, tragedy and heartache will always be something that affects us as humans. But maybe the blow is a little bit softened when we have that much more experience. But at a young age, it's far more difficult. Yeah,
it's very traumatic. Thank you for having me. Yeah, I'm widowed at the age of 34. It's been 6 months now. It's tough, like you're saying. It's something that you didn't prepare of, especially when it happened in a form of a road accident. Unlike, if somebody has passed on, having been sick for quite some time, you prepare yourself probably emotionally, physically, and financially. But when it's sudden, it hits hard. It hits very, very hard. It's more than traumatic. I don't even know how to explain it.
Taking this personal tragedy, losing your spouse, your loved one, how did you take that tragedy and use the courage that you've found now to launch this platform to prepare other young people for similar trauma?
I believe that in every difficulty lies an opportunity, no matter how hard or how bad it is. Growing up, I think it's taken back from my background. Yeah, growing up, it's been tough. It's been harsh, and I've been having stories after stories as a young girl, and even the middle age, having to also have a chronic disease, and now I'm widowed. So I'm a kind of a person who is more courageous and brave, I should put it, who says, then what's the next step? What do I do after this? I'm also writing a book, so they go into chapters. It's like another chapter of my life. Even my late husband, he usually said, when I had the first accident, you see I have a scar, and I had a chapter that says, living beyond your scars. So I tend to take most, or not even most, all of my circumstances, situations, and put them into use and share with the world and say, you need to live your life beyond limitations. You need to live your life beyond circumstances. It doesn't end here. The next step is, where to from here? What do I do? How do I also take it to the world and say, when we're facing this, how do we continue? Yeah, so I've started a movement. It's an initiative, in fact, that is called Ladies' Night. We own a company called Buita, but Ladies' Night is under Buita Motivational Speaking. Like you said, I'm a life coach, qualified speaker.
And you're going around trying to encourage young women at events, or young people in general, to not only prepare themselves for heartache, but also try and be there as a support mechanism for others.
Yeah, I'm also doing that. I'm under Buita before the Ladies' Night. We're also doing it a lot of school coaching. We're moving away from speaking. Public speaking is not sustainable. You need to coach. Mentoring a bit, because it's like when you mentor, I must say, do this. But when I coach, I'm saying, I am showing you the way you need to continue on your own. Try find it on your own. So yeah, we do that. We have ladies, young girls who look up to us. I'm not alone in the team. Seeing me alone here, I'm not alone in the team. So yeah, we encourage young girls. They look up to us. We follow them on monthly basis, different kind of schools way back from Mpumalanga. Yeah.
We thank you for sharing your story with us, but give some practical advice to those watching at home that are dealing with severe trauma in their life and considering just giving up, or worse still, considering things as grave as suicide.
In life, what I can say is, when things they happen to us, we tend to take them personally, directly, and thinking, oh, it's about me. This thing is happening to me because the world is against me. Unfortunately, the world owes us nothing. We owe it to the world to give the best of us. So what I can say to a person sitting at home, whatever happens to you, there's a purpose in it. There's a thin line. I just want to say a little story like Moses, when he married the Egyptian and he ran away. But he had to go back to Egypt to rescue the children of Israel. What am I saying? I'm saying what happens to you most of the time is not for you, but it's happening to you for somebody. So we take it hard, commit suicide, we go through those headaches and heartaches because we're thinking, it's about me, it's all about me. But myself, sharing, teaching, somehow it solves itself. I become better because I reflect back and I'm like, wow, if I'm able to say to this person, you can do it, I can take it back to myself and say, I also can do it. So if you take it personal and make it about yourself, definitely you're going to take your life because it's tough. But it's not about us. What's happening to us is because of what is lying beneath us.
Sage advice there. Thank you very much. I was life coach Lerato Mtolo talking about dealing with trauma from a young age.